respect for being a good human being. Like I said, if I had the money, I'd probably try patting it myself. But, you know, if we all dash a little fiver, £2, £10, £20, you know, we could all help, you know. It don't matter what happens there. Do you get it, people? Why drop the young lad over Aubameyang? I've already mentioned it. Yo, you're on some funny boy thing, so you're coming out. I don't know what you're on, but you're using the internet for some effie. I wouldn't put Chambers in there. Listen, don't get it twisted. You know, Chambers deserves to play in the little opportunities he's got. It is what it is. But I just want naturals there. You know, we got away with it against Sheffield, you know, but I just want naturals there. I know Saka, you can say he's not a natural left back. He's been playing right wing. I know with Saka, when you move, and I think that's what Arteta wasn't on. You know, Arteta wasn't prepared. Obviously, not that he's not prepared to play him left back, but what he gives us in an attacking sense, the link-up play, you harm us. So at least for the Sheffield game, he didn't want to concede it. I think he has to. I think Xhaka will give his best performance, but Slavia are going to try and be a bit more direct. You know, Xhaka isn't going to have the freedom of the part like he did against Sheffield. Even if we look at the second half against Sheffield, you know, Chambers and Xhaka had to do more defending than they did in the first half because they started to switch on and things like that. And so, yeah, big up everybody locked in, man. I appreciate that. What are you lot saying in relation to your thoughts? I big up the chat as well. 200 odd of you in here. Please make sure that's reflected in the likes, people. We're finally at 102 likes. There's a couple of you that haven't. Check out the pin message. What are you lot saying? Biggest match of the season. We said that last week, man, but it is what it is. Jamaica to win World Cup or Arsenal to win Champions League. I'd be happy with either one, but Jamaica World Cup, that's national pride still. So yeah, man, there's nothing bigger than the nation, or a nation, better yet. It is what it is. I like the formation as well. I liked it in general. I liked it because I've said it before, my guy, in that, you know, everybody was doing their job well, which obviously if you're a defender, I want you to be able to defend. If you're an attacker, you need to do your jobs well. And sometimes it has felt like, you know, certain players or certain times if you can't do the job you're contracted to do, you can't then go off and do up left back where you got to think more and things like that. So I was happy to see that first and foremost, we was doing our job in that game. I was also happy that, you know, people were taking over other jobs, like, you know, Ceballos was doing centre mid / left wing back. Xhaka was centre mid, left back, centre half. You know, Saka is a 10 and then left and right wing, and he's interchanging with Pepe. Chambers and Holding are in their roles, playing in the same positions they normally do or have played conventionally, but they're offering something. Lacazette is striker, left wing, and has time to be Fernandinho. And you saw how, in particular, he was helping with Marie and Xhaka to relieve the pressure and build out from the back. Check out the tactical review, people, of that game, which was the last video I uploaded. Shameless plug. I did like it. And as much as I sit here and I say, yo, these players, they're not intelligent, you know, they're not intelligent, they can't switch on and the rest of it, people. Sorry, let me just get rid of that. Sorry, what was I going to say? Are these players actually unintelligent? Well, that's just how it's going to stay. And that's what I mean, my guy, like I was getting onto before I done that. You know, when I say, when you see, we always say the players can't focus. They can't focus. You know, they can't understand their roles. They're not good enough. But when I see people taking on different roles, is it an intelligence thing or is it a pressure thing? Because like I said at the start, Sheffield is a dead rubber for both teams. Don't get twisted. There's 3 points on the line. Both teams have been woeful. A win's a win. But I'm sure you would agree, you know, it's not like Sheffield win and they can move out the relegation zone. We can win and we're getting top 4. It's a dead rubber of sorts. It's a watershed moment. It's a game where it's almost all decided. So is it a pressure thing? There's no real pressure, you know. And I look at the game against Sheffield United when we played them at the Emirates. Remember, we turned it around in the second half. Again, is it an ability thing, or is it a pressure thing, or is it a bit of both? I personally think it's an inability, but when I see things like this, it probably has to be a bit of both. So it is what it is. It's an interesting one, but I did like the formation. A part of me wants to go with maybe not necessarily the same lineup, but the same sort of thing. But and that could be a bit of randomness, you know. Slavia might not be prepared for that. Obviously, if they've done their homework, they should imagine or consider where we could go for that. But maybe they're accounting for the conventional, you know, 4-2-3-1. Maybe we could switch it up and do stuff like that. And things like that gives me a bit of hope for when we have better players in that, you know. Arteta has a lot of criticisms, but I've said that before. You can do all of that stuff when you've got players who can think, you know. When you look at City, you can have Cancelo doing a couple roles and Fernandinho this and Rodri that, you know. At Arsenal, we need to have man that can do, if you're a defender, show me that you can defend well for 10 games. Because sometimes, you know, when players at this club play well in different roles,